Hey everyone, Joshua here from my back to the Pizza Thursday on Crafting Master Magic Field, and if you missed the last one, go and check it out. And again, if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And how just crazy to just look. If you just look at Inside Out 2's sewings, though, or how much it has made, it is absolutely amazing, though, of how well Inside Out 2 is going. And again, it's not even been a week yet since the movie's released, and of how much is already made. Like, this is surely how you do a sequel, though. I mean, it shows you with how much money it made as well, how much money the scoring of Inside Out 2 has made. It really shows you of how this is how Pixar should make, or any company should make sequels. I mean, I'm seeing lots of people even say that. If people are going to make sequels, they make it like how Inside Out 2 turned out to be. Again, if you just read what people have to say, people would describe it as, do it like Inside Out 2. Of how, that's how you do a sequel. Sweet time. I honestly cannot remember if I did this crunch. I am gonna have to look and see which characters we have done and which ones we haven't. Right, just so we won't accidentally copy them twice. So, just to let you know, I am trying to figure it out. And also, the fact that Team Rumble, being a year old, and never got to even celebrate an anniversary. It's just sad, though. Team Rumble never got to celebrate an anniversary. It had so much more potential, though, right? I'll always just say that Team Rumble had so much potential that it just had a lot of potential that was sadly did not happen. Crash Team Rumble deserved better, to be honest. If it wasn't for the layoffs, right? If it wasn't for the layoffs and stuff, then Team Rumble would probably still be going on. If it wasn't for those layoffs that happened. But the good thing is, though, that they're independent. Toys for Bob is now independent. An independent studio. And that they are still working with Xbox when it comes to their next project. Which I want to believe that it's Spyro. I want to believe it's Spyro 4. That is their next big game. Right? I believe that it's Spyro 4. I do believe that it's Spyro 4. That is Toys for Bob's next big game. That's in development. It's probably going to be a while still. It's probably going to still be a while until we get the official announcement and stuff, but I mean, really the only big event for Spyro 4 to even still be announced this year is the Game Awards. Because the Summer Game Fest has already ended. Which, it was trash this year. The Summer Game Fest was trash this year. It was disappointment. But we still have the Game Awards in December. I mean, do I still have a feeling that Spyro 4 could still be announced this year? I wouldn't take it all the way yet, right? I won't guarantee anything until, we get closer to that time. of for the Game Awards, right? I won't say for sure until we get closer to that time. So as of right now, I'm not looking at the Game Awards, or really this year, for the announcement of Spyro 4. Just in case. I'm saying that just in case. Again, I would love to see the game be announced this year, and obviously released next year. But I mean, I do believe that it could release next year. I do believe Spyro 4 could release next year. Right? I mean, if it were to be announced this year, in 2024, it would probably be at the Game Awards. Because really, that's the only big event that is left for 2024 is the Game Awards that has a chance for something Spyro related, right? And y'all have may also saying that Winnie the Pooh 2 obviously is coming out again just from the post I made of what it's looking that it's finally releasing on DVD, or I mean Demand and Amazon next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday you will be able to watch Winnie the Pooh 2, as I like to call it, Winnie the Pooh 2 on Amazon and Demand on June 26th. Again, next Wednesday. The last Wednesday of June. I mean, it is about time that it releases, though. I mean, of course, there's still not an exact date of when it's going to be on DVD or Blu-ray, but that it's already getting streaming releases, though, right? Like stream dates, then that's really good to see. It's really good. It's really good to see.
You're sure taking your sweet time.
I'm sure DVD releases will probably be sometime next month, though. Sometime earlier next month. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, it has been since March, right? It has been since March when it originally released in theaters, you know, for the limited time in theaters. Now that we're in June, it makes sense that it's start to be releasing officially now. Hello, baby Coco. Imposter Rillaroo. That means the fixed imposter Rillaroo. Again, a lot of y'all would know that by now. That the fixed Rillaroo is an imposter Rillaroo to me. You know, that fixed Rillaroo that the community made happen.
Oh yeah, that's the punch.
Or you could say to blame. That's how the fixed Rillaroo came out to be. And again, y'all probably wonder, if I don't like the fixed Rillaroo, why do I even have him unlocked? Well, that's because I want to make sure I have all characters unlocked. Even if I don't like the fixed Rillaroo, I still have him unlocked because I want to get everything in the game. Right? I wanted to have everything in the game, even including the imposter Rillaroo, the fixed imposter Rillaroo, including him.
Oh yeah, that's the punch.
I wouldn't have been able to unlock everybody if it wasn't for, if I didn't unlock him. And now I am not counting all the Sour Patch stains, or you know, the other things as well. I'm not counting the other things that you had to, you know, a certain event or so. I'm not counting those things, like the Sour Patch ones, the Xfinity cart. You know, I'm not counting those. I'm meaning like actual in-game content, not like things that you would have to get from a code or something, from buying something like Xfinity or Sour Patch, you know. Which I don't really like. I mean, I never really tried Sour Patch, but still, the only reason why I got the stickers is to get that is for the stickers, because I wanted to just prove, even if it wasn't all of the things, like the paint job, the cart, the wheels, stickers. Because there's more than just the stickers, though. There was, of course, the Sour Patch wheels, Sour Patch paint job, Sour Patch cart. But just got the stickers just to prove that I did get something part of it. And also, Kung Fu Panda 4 releases on Peacock this month as well. If y'all did not know, it releases this month on Peacock, which I will be watching. I swear I have probably seen bits and pieces of the Kung Fu Panda movies. I just don't remember any of it. But I am going to be watching the Kung Fu Panda movies, and of course the new one as well, when it comes out on Peacock. Because again, I don't really remember any of it, of the other Kung Fu Panda movies, so I want to watch those. And of course, like I mentioned, watch the new one, Kung Fu Panda 4, when it comes out on Peacock. Because I watched all the Left Behind movies. Those are really good. I really did enjoy the Left Behind movies. And I have done a ranking as well. I have ranked all the Left Behind movies. I have done a ranking on the Left Behind movies that y'all may have saw. Or, yeah, the movies that say Left Behind in the title, right? In the title of the movie. Those Left Behind movies. Of course, there's other Left Behind movies that have, you know, it pretty much revolved with Left Behind, like Revelation, the movie Revelation, and, Apocalypse, which is also by the same producers of the Left Behind movies. It is by the same producers that brought the Left Behind movies. And believe it or not, I have watched them. I haven't done a review on them yet, but I have watched them. Those two movies that were from the producers of Left Behind, the Apocalypse and the Revelation. I'm not going to say what I thought of it until I release those reviews on them. But again, it pretty much also has the premise of Left Behind as well, with the vanishings. And also, I did watch another one that was from the producers of Left Behind. That was, I have yet to release the review as well. That is coming soon, but it was called The Rapture, The Beginning of the End. Which it was a good one as well. Which I will explain more when that review does come out, though. So, stay tuned for when those do come out. I'm almost on season 3 of Gumball. Just in case if some of y'all are not aware, I'm almost on season 3. I hear that they're actually doing, like they're doing with Phineas and Ferb, doing a revival. Which that is really good to know, that they're going to be continuing or bringing back Gumball. Even though we are still a bit of a ways from when the series originally ended, you know, after season 6. But it is good to know that they are bringing back Gumball, along with Phineas and Ferb. Like I mentioned, we are still a bit of a ways from when the original running of the shows, of the two shows ended, you know, before the revival comes out. You know, before this series comes back with the revival seasons. And y'all may have also heard about the Australian voice actor for Marge Simpson, which I didn't actually know about until yesterday. Sometime before I went to bed. It wasn't that long before I went to bed is when I found out. When I first saw it, I thought it was, you know, the actual voice actor of Marge, but no, it's just the Australian actor. the Australian actor of Marge, not the actual Marge voice, you know, the English Marge,
Oh yeah, that's the
dub Marge, not that one. That's what I originally thought when I first saw it, until I read the rest. Or until I saw the rest. And also, y'all may have noticed that we have began, or, well, it hasn't come out yet, obviously, but later on today, or later on, we are starting Medieval Resolution on this series. Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and do Medieval Resolution. The Medieval 1 reimagining. I mean, it may already start premiering by the time y'all are watching this. I mean, this is planned to be released first, before the Medieval Resolution First Edition comes out, but who knows?
You're sure taking your sweet time.
I have already started the making of season 27 of the Troy 3-Rate TV. I've already started the making of season 27 as of this current time. Yeah, I have finished the makings of season 20, the current season, and I've started doing the ones of next season. before you know it, it's gonna be 4th of July, right? Before you know it. I mean, we're almost, or we're pretty much. What day exactly is summer this year? The first day of summer. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we're almost to it. We're almost into summer. Actual first day of summer. I guess we should be like SpongeBob on the Krabby Land episode. Happy first day of summer, Squidward. But of course, we all know the reason why Mr. Krabs loves summer vacation, or why Mr. Krabs loves summer. We all know why Mr. Krabs loves summer is because of the children that get their summer break out of their schools, and of course that's all Mr. Krabs cares about, and of course their money as well. The kids spending their money. That's of course that's all Mr. Krabs cares about when it comes to summer. We all know that for sure. He knows the wrong meaning of summer. Mr. Krabs just knows the wrong meaning of summer. He doesn't know the actual meaning of summer. Yeah, Mr. Krabs does not know the actual meaning of summer. Especially when it came to doing his very poor Krabby Land. Which, yeah, if you could just see him building it by himself, you know it's going to be horrible. Right? Especially with him trying to save money. You know it's going to be bad. And then, of course, him breaking the children's hearts. Right, breaking the kids' hearts when it came to that very bad, Krabby the Clown that he tried to do. That was very horrible for the kids. Like, their faces, though, right, their faces, when it came to, after Mr. Krabs did his, I don't know what you would call it. The kids on the faces on those kids, though, you could tell that they were heartbroken. Because again, all they were promised about was, of course, this clown called Krabby the Clown, and all he did was, of course, was just Mr. Krabs and just saying, "Thank you for coming. Eat plenty of Krabby Patties," and that's it. Like, that's all he said. And of course Mr. Krabs, and of course SpongeBob says exactly what Mr. Krabs needed to hear, and that all I saw out there was Cheapy the Cheapskate. Right? SpongeBob clearly saw what he clearly saw, saying all he saw was a cheapskate out there. For real. That's all Mr. Krabs will be, and forever be. We know Mr. Krabs won't change. Right? Even in the newer seasons, we know Mr. Krabs isn't going to change. Kind of like how SpongeBob will never stop torturing Squidward, right? The whole torture Squidward will never end. Even in the newer seasons. The whole Squidward torture porns, you know, the whole torture Squidward things that Nickelodeon does with Squidward. Torture Squidward for no reason. Or give him pain for no reason. when being aggravated with SpongeBob and Patrick, that will clearly not end for as long as the show lasts. We know that for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say it's as bad as its worst seasons. I wouldn't say it's not as terrible as its worst seasons, like Squidward getting kicked out of the Cephalopod Lodge because SpongeBob and Patrick, or well, SpongeBob and Patrick kicking Squidward out, even though he clearly did not know that they were there, or following him, right? Or SpongeBob ruining Squidward's chance to join the choir. Again, a lot of those episodes just focus on SpongeBob just ruining Squidward's life, and SpongeBob not really giving a care about it. I mean, just look though. Just look. When Squidward is miserable and sad, SpongeBob is smiling. You can clearly see when Squidward is miserable and sad, you know how he usually is, SpongeBob is happy, but when Squidward is happy, SpongeBob is like says that something's not right. So clearly SpongeBob can't be happy unless Squidward is miserable. When it comes to SpongeBob saying Squidward happy. I mean, that's even further proof in the whole Breath of Fresh Squidward, right? Where Squidward is finally actually succeeding, actually getting Employee of the Month. People are actually happy for him. It seems like SpongeBob is happy for him, but of course, when Squidward gets Employee of the Month, SpongeBob starts to not like the new Squidward. That is all happy. And of course, yells at Squidward to get out of his own party. And you know what is more kind of... You know what's kind of more aggravating, I would just say, about that, is, you know, in the whole, Stuck in the Ringer episode, when SpongeBob rightfully yells at Patrick, right? When SpongeBob rightfully yells at Patrick for ruining his life by using the Forever Glow on the Ringer, and everybody, the whole townsfolk, scold or pretty much gets angry at SpongeBob. And yet in the Breath of Fresh Squidward, after SpongeBob kicks Squidward out of his own congratulation party, everybody doesn't even say anything to SpongeBob. Even though SpongeBob would have actually deserved a punishment there. Everybody just continues partying when SpongeBob kicks out the main person of the party. Like, that's kind of the problem when it comes to modern SpongeBob. At least when it came to those seasons. When it comes to those seasons of SpongeBob, that was one of the bigger problems of modern SpongeBob. SpongeBob and Patrick just pretty much loving to torment and make Squidward miserable. Even though Squidward, most of the time, does not deserve the torment that he has given. And again, when also, I mean, you can see a lot of episodes where SpongeBob pretty much torments Squidward, even if he's not aware that he's hurting Squidward, like Smooth Jazz of Bikini Bottom. Squidward wanting to be on stage with Kelpie G, his hero, and SpongeBob gets on stage instead. Well, Squidward is just crying as well. You can kind of see, though, right, you can kind of see that the writers do like to torment Squidward here and there, even though if Squidward doesn't deserve anything. I mean, yeah, the earlier seasons, the first 3 seasons, Squidward getting tormented, you know, he actually there were times where he deserved the torment, though, right? He deserved what he got. There were times where he deserved what he got, right? In the early seasons. Like, nautical neighbors, you know, the episode where Squidward pretty much breaks SpongeBob and Patrick's friendship, and him having consequences as well, and him trying to get SpongeBob and Patrick back together, their friendship back. You know, that worked because, yeah, Squidward was in the wrong for what he did. It was in the wrong for what he did. And of course, the lost mattress. For another example. Obviously, there are lots of examples that in the earlier seasons that Squidward deserved the karma that he got. Like, again, the lost mattress, where Squidward was completely in the wrong for saying that this was all my idea on the card that they were going to give to Mr. Krabs for his new mattress. And Squidward is having to get the mattress out from the dump, and he gets the consequences, right? Him constantly getting beaten by the guard worm is justified, because again, he's doing this. He ended this on himself. He put this on himself, right? There are times where it does work, and there are times where it doesn't work. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? There are times where it does work, and there are times that it just doesn't work at all. I guess you could say with Mrs. Puff as well, right? Same thing with Mrs. Puff.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, of course, of course, Mrs. Puff at this point said probably. I don't know why she doesn't just expel SpongeBob out of boating school, because you know he's never going to get his license, right? You know SpongeBob's never going to get his driver's license. I mean, that was one of Stephen Hillenburg's roles. Was for SpongeBob not to get his license. That's one of Stephen Hillenburg's roles that he had out for SpongeBob, was for him to not get his driver's license. Obviously, one of them is to not reveal the secret formula, but one of them is to not give SpongeBob his driver's license. That was one of Stephen Hillenburg's roles when it came to SpongeBob. So, obviously, yeah, Mrs. Puff is going to just get tormented for as long as the show ends. And a lot of people say this also, but people say that when SpongeBob does come to an end, like the day that SpongeBob does end, they should do an episode, or on the last final episodes, is where SpongeBob does get his driver's license, right? Where he passes for real. Doesn't get it taken away like most episodes. He actually keeps his driver's license, and he actually drives. Same thing with the Krabby Patty secret formula. People say that they should reveal the Krabby Patty secret formula when the show ends. I mean, I think that would be really good, though. Right? SpongeBob finally getting his driver's license. And Mrs. Puff finally being freed from SpongeBob, from the torment. And also revealing the Krabby Patty secret formula. You know, when the show does end, whenever it does end, they should reveal the Krabby Patty secret formula. I mean, that would be a good way, though. Right? That would be a good way, I can say. And I know a lot of people are saying the same thing, too. A lot of people are also saying that whole question, too, that when SpongeBob ends, they should reveal the Krabby Patty secret formula. Like we finally get to say what it truly is. Because sometimes it's like there's no secret formula. Kind of like in the third SpongeBob movie, where they say that the real secret formula is pretty much SpongeBob. Which would make sense, though, right? And, I mean, SpongeBob is what makes their Krabby Patties good, though. Right? And popular. Everybody loves the Krabby Patties because of SpongeBob. So, of course, if SpongeBob is the actual secret formula, that would make sense. Because, again, only SpongeBob has the magic cooking to make their Krabby Patties, as everybody likes them. And of course, people say that the Krabby Patty has crab in it. Right? Crab meat. But of course, those are just theories. Those are just theories. People saying that the Krabby Patties have crab meat in them. The Krusty Krab is literally a crab trap. Right? The Krabby Patty, or the Krusty Krab, is a crab trap. That's the shape of the Krusty Krab, is a crab trap. Yeah, the Krusty Krab is in fact a crab trap. So, having the whole thing with people saying that the Krabby Patties have crab in them, even though that's just what people say, that's not far from a good possibility. A good saying, though. I mean, look at Plankton. He's pretty much a cannibal as well. He wouldn't be the first cannibal in the show, because he literally tries to feed fish, dead fish, to fish, right? He literally tries to feed dead fish, which is pretty much chum. Chum is pretty much dead fish, crushed up dead fish. And that's what Plankton tries to sell to fish in SpongeBob. Right? He tries to sell dead fish to fish. So Mr. Krabs feeding crabs to crabs, or crabs to the Bikini Bottom citizens, wouldn't be shocking, though. It wouldn't be a surprise. You do see what I'm saying, don't y'all, though? Wow, already! We just started the match, or the race. We just started the race, and already they hit us with an entropy clock. And we just started the race, and they already starting it like that, though. Gonna wait to use. I was gonna say, I'm gonna wait to use my Aku Aku. I wanna wait to use my Aku Aku. 3, 2, 1. I wanted to wait until I was close to another crate, like there, close to the finish line. Oh, because I hit somebody with an warp orb, they're gonna hit me with a warp orb. I mean, I guess that's more than fair. I guess that is more than fair. That they hit me with an warp orb. I mean, I did hit them with a warp orb, so I guess it makes sense for them to hit me with one too. I guess it's more than fair that they would hit me with one. I guess it makes sense, though. You're sure taking your sweet time. Oh. Light up those paint bombs. I just love the Twinsanity reference in this track, though. Like, N-Gen's Battleship from Twinsanity, the Rusty Walrus graffiti, and also the imprint of Rusty Walrus as well. You know, after you complete the Rusty Walrus section, right before N-Gen blows up, the TNT blows up, and you get launched to Embryo and N Trophy. Is that all you got? Is that really all you got? Oh, I wanted to do a turning around and face the finish line after I... But yeah, that'll conclude this one. Hit the like button, subscribe, and channel. Make sure you want to get into our house. Same day, note. Like to know what I think. Get the next one.